Yo guys, what's up? I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded my last video, besides the one video where I re-released my one pack for the newer version. But yeah, there was always one thing I wanted to try out in Resourcepacks, and that was to create a resource pack using AI. And I don't know, I've just felt like making a new video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload many more videos in the future, but yeah. So the way I tried to make a resource pack using AI was to use one of my older packs as a template. I used my pack Muichiro 256X for this one, just because Minecraft textures are a little more niche, and if you tell AI to make a Minecraft PvP texture sword, it just always gives you like this crappy pixelated Minecraft default texture pack stuff, which isn't really that great, and I don't really want that, because that's why I used template. And the way I did that was I just removed the shading, all that stuff from some textures, like the sword for example, and just used a sprite sheet in the resolution 1024x by 1024x, and then pasted my 256x textures into the sprite sheet. And then I had 16 single item textures in just one file, and then I can just, it's a little more efficient, you know, when working with AIs, I can generate 16 single textures just in one go, which is a lot more efficient than pasting every single texture into the AI and then eventually reaching my limits for creating textures or images. And yeah, I also decided to make ChatGPT go up against Google's Gemini, to just make it a little more interesting, to have like a little pack contest, and yeah, we'll see us when I'm in ChatGPT. Yo guys, so here we are in ChatGPT, and I've already pasted in the image, and we're just gonna tell him that this is a sprite sheet of multiple Minecraft resource pack items. I think this is a good prompt. Let's just give it to ChatGPT and see what he cooks up. He is ready to copy prompt you can give to another image generating AI. I've written it so it's clear, flexible, and pushes creativity hard while avoiding the Minecraft pixel look. That's very important right here. As loose inspiration, not strict copies. Well, one, yeah. Magical fruit? What the fuck? I mean, okay. Gemstone, heavy weapon. I mean, the heavy weapon, he could have specified that this is a mace and not a heavy weapon, I mean, maybe, but it's alright. At least you put in sword, pickaxe, axe, and shovel. Arrange weapon animation concepts, bows, or alternatives, different draw states or styles. This prompt is kinda crazy, not gonna lie. Style rules, no pixelation, no voxel blocky Minecraft look, that's also very important. Smooth edges, painterly or semi-realistic shading, strong silhouettes, that's also really important. Let's just paste the prompt and let's just see what he cooks up. I'm quite excited, not gonna lie. I mean, the prompt is kinda, yeah, I don't know. The prompt is kinda crazy, not gonna lie. Oh! Dude. Why isn't it showing right here, dude? What the fuck? Like, these textures, they look really good, but there are quite a few problems. There's like glow. So the background isn't transparent. Then there is glow, so you can't really... let me just try that again. I think you kinda messed up. The textures look fine. The thing that makes them quite unusable for Minecraft texture pack is this glowing stuff right here, and also the perspective is kind of weird now, no? Like, they are tilted in like forward, you know what I mean? Like, you can see this, you see them from this weird angle. Okay. So, oh. Oh, he actually removed the background, that's nice. That's quite nice, honestly. Yeah, I like the style, honestly. The wind touch doesn't make any sense, like at all, but it's alright. I don't know why he did this blue stuff right here, and not on the last frame. That would make so much more sense. The mace looks kinda nice. I like that he actually made a small sword. I think it's even shorter than my original one, right? Like, that's nice for PvP. It's like not straight at all, it goes like this. But it's fine. He made 2 shovels. Why the fuck did he make 2 shovels? Even though I told him to make an axe. Yeah, but overall the textures look nice. If you remove this white border, I think they would look better. So let's just hope he can maybe give me a good texture. I feel like he won't, but maybe he surprises me. And I've already reached my limit. Oh, so... okay. There's one more thing I want to do, and that's making the entire hut. So the hotbar, the food stuff, the armor icons, and the hard stuff. I don't want him to copy all that stuff, so that's why I decided to ask ChatGPT to give me a prompt to just generate everything on his own without a template or anything, because you can actually use... you can see that I've used drop shadow and transparent pixels and all that stuff, because you can actually use that in the icons and in the HUDs, which is why I'm just gonna ask him to generate me a prompt. So yeah, now I'm logged into another account and I've just pasted the prompt in, and let's just see what he comes up with. Oh, dude. At least it's transparent, that makes things a lot easier. But the hotbar looks nice. The selection window is kinda stretched. I don't know why you did that, bro. It's kinda thick. I can fix it, but it's more like an RPG style. I'm just gonna ask him one more thing. Okay, so... oh my days, bro. I mean, the only thing he really fixed is the hunger bar stuff, right? Dude, he just made me some chicken, bro. I think I'll be able to use it. Just let me... and it's also transparent, that's quite nice. Yeah, as you can see, ChatGPT made me some really interesting textures. Stay tuned for the end of the video, because I'm gonna have a look at all the textures in-game at the end and compare them to the Gemini resource pack. But now let's see what Gemini cooks up. So here we are in Gemini. Let's just paste prompt and yeah. So, oh! Yeah, this doesn't look too bad at all, no? I mean the... the bow animation looks nice. I think I have to swap these 2 animation frames out. But he basically just... I mean, he kind of copied my shapes overall, like the golden apple shape, the diamond shape, the maze shape. This is just the same texture, it looks like. I like these. The lava buckets, they are cups. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all, no? Let's just paste it in the prompt and... yeah. Let's see how he does. Dude, what the fuck? And I've reached my limit for Nano Banana Pro. I guess I'll have to log into another account because I've reached my limit for Nano Banana Pro. Okay, so I'm logged into a different account now because I've used up all my users for generating images, and I've already pasted in the image and I've generated a prompt using Gemini. So let's see how he does. I don't even know if it works. Dude, he just messes up. Like last time I tried this, he also did this. I'm not sure how to generate a prompt. Let me just use ChatGPT. Generating the prompt now. It's for some reason whenever I try to do this with the Gemini, it just tries to generate an image, because whenever you paste an image in here, you can you can even type like, do not create an image, generate a prompt, and he, even though you type that, he just always generates an image, or tries to generate an image. Let's just reload the site at this point. Oh, he actually generated something. So actually gave me something, but I'm not quite sure if this is, because it looks quite similar, but it's a little different, no? I like this part, but why did he, like, it's so inconsistent, you know, like this white border is like around these armor parts, but then it's not around here, like at the top, for example, or around the shoes, or right here. And we're back into Gemini, and I've copied the prompt from ChatGPT with the UI stuff. Yeah, let's just see how he does. Fuck, I feel like, oh, he's loading a banana. I'm still not sure if it makes a difference whether I use fast or pro. Dude, like, these look fine, but this isn't straight yet, like, you know. I'll have to ask him too, and also I like how he like typed out that this is full, half, even though they look exactly the same. And this just is curved, you can't use it in game. And this XP bar also doesn't make any sense. There is no full heart. Oh, he actually did something. Just like, all he did was to change up the rice. The rice ball looks nice. There's still no full heart. I guess I'll have to work with this, I guess. Dude, I don't know. I don't even know how to implement this into the game. Like, so yeah, when I'm finished with everything and I've implemented everything into 2 texture packs, we'll see how both packs look in game, the ChatGPT and the Gemini one. So yeah, we'll see us in game. So yeah, guys, here we are in game, and I have no idea if any of the textures even work, because I haven't made lots of resource packs for this version yet, and yeah, I don't know. Let's just have a look at the resource packs. Here we have the ChatGPT one, here we have the Gemini one. Let's just start with the ChatGPT one. So yeah, you can already see the HUD. It looks okay, honestly. Like, I mean, oops, I'm in the snow. Yeah, the hotbar looks so stretched. Each window is like a little small. It's not a square. It looks very stretched, but you can tell that it's made with AI, kind of. But I like the selection window. It kind of fits the entire hotbar. And the hearts and food and all that stuff, it looks very like a RPG style pack. Yeah, so let's have a look at the items. So yeah, here we have all the items. Let's just have a look at the tools first. I gotta say that for a lot of the items, like for example when I have a look at the pickaxe, oops, you can see that at the outline there is this weird white stuff that's kind of a problem when AIs create resource packs, because they always use like this anti-aliasing. I've already talked about it like a bit, I think. It's kind of annoying to remove the background and stuff, and that's where this white stuff comes from. Well, anyway, so let's have a look at the items. You can kind of tell that this is AI generated. I mean, this is not straight at all, like the diamond sword, but it looks kind of nice in the hand. Like the shape and stuff. It's okay, the shading. Yeah, but you can definitely tell that this is not made by a human. Next we have the pickaxe. I also like that everything is like in a similar style. Same stuff. I like the stick, honestly. But this is just... doesn't look too good. But it looks fine. It's... So we have the shovel. Also looks decent. Next we have the axe. I kind of... as you probably know, ChatGPT gave me like 2 shovels, which is why I just took 1 shovel and made this stretch this out a little bit. So it looks more like an axe. Yeah, but it still looks awful. Not gonna lie. So yeah, those were the tools. Let's have a look at the maze and everything else next. So here we have the maze. I like the maze, honestly. I'm kinda holding it weirdly. It looks a little weird in the hand because it's a 2D sprite and it tried to make it like this 3D version. And it's tilted a little weirdly, but you can fix that in the model file of Resourcepack of this item. But look, it looks kind of nice if you fix the outline, but it still looks like this a little blurry and all that stuff, like all of the textures. Next, let's go to the buckets. I like the buckets. For some reason, AIs always make good buckets. Yeah, I also really like the empty buckets. Really nice. Next we have the Anapo. Honestly, I thought it would look a little worse than this one, because of this glowing part around here. Or you can't do that in the Resourcepack because it always looks awful. Because you can't have transparent pixels. And also this bottom part, you don't really see it in the hand, which is nice. So yeah. Oh, oops. Yeah. Next we have the diamond. It would look nice if you didn't have this weird outline. Yeah, it looks nice when it's dropped. Next we have the wind charge. Yeah, this is what I mean with the stuff around here. You can't have transparent pixels and you also have this thickness, which is why this always looks bad when you have this stuff around the texture. Oh fuck. I don't know. Oof. Anyways, next we have the bow. I mean, the bow is pretty much just my original shape of the original pack, but the shading looks nice. You still have the problem with the white stuff all over, pretty much everywhere, except for the string, but the string is also, like, you can tell that there's some missing pixels. Let's just have a look at the animation. Dude. I thought it would look a little better. Like you can tell, like the third frame, when the blue stuff comes out, it looks so weird. Like right here, the arrow, as you can see, like this top part, on every single frame, it's pretty much the exact same length. It doesn't move backwards into this direction. It just stretches out. Like the arrow gets longer every single frame, and it doesn't move. That's also something no pack maker would make, and also like this blue stuff is so weird. Well, let's have a look at the golden apple. Yeah, it looks fine. Same issue here, like, but here it doesn't look too bad because it's a little thicker, a little more consistent. Yeah, overall I'd rate this pack like a... Oh, we still have the armor. I kind of forgot about the armor. Yeah, I don't know what to say about the armor, like... She really messed up, like, this part is wrong. Like, just everything is just a whole mess. The shading doesn't look too bad, but... It completely fucked up the entire shape of the armor, which is why it ended up like this, and not like this, for example. Yeah, but overall I'd rate this pack like a solid 4 out of 10. Yeah, like a 4 out of 10, I'd say. A lot of stuff, like, overall is great. Because AIs can make very good images, but they don't really understand how to make Minecraft resource packs, Minecraft textures. For example, the armor or the UI. I had to, like, it was so annoying to crop out everything and fit everything, and yeah. But before we go to the Gemini resource pack, there's one more thing I have to show you, because I told ChatGPT to make a diamond sword. I only gave him this texture, not a sprite sheet, and told him to make a ChatGPT styled or ChatGPT themed Minecraft sword. Then gave me this. It looks decent, but it's like kind of missing the handle and all that stuff, and it's also pixelated. And I didn't want to have a pixelated sword, so I told him to make it. I like the concept, but I don't like the look too much. Don't make it look like a Minecraft sword. And then he gave me this sword. And yeah, I just wanted to have a look at it in game as well. So yeah, here with the ChatGPT themed diamond sword. And I gotta admit that this sword really looks nice. I really like the texture. The outline still is kind of messy. Like, you definitely have to fix it if you want to use it in a real pack. And the ChatGPT logo looks okay. And it's also not really centered, but the shading looks really nice and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that, because if you make every single if I had made every single texture just one by one and not in an entire spreadsheet, maybe we would have gotten like a better Resourcepack overall, but that's a little annoying to do because I'd have to pay for ChatGPT and I'd have to make lots of prompts and stuff. And now let's go to the Gemini Resourcepack. So yeah, now let's have a look at the Gemini Resourcepack. This is the logo for the Gemini Resourcepack. Dude. Oh, I also forgot to make the XP bar. Let me just fix that real quick. Looking at this UI, it's always... I always have to laugh, but it's okay. I don't know why it's curved this way. I tried to make it... tell him to not curve it, but he still did it. So I had to end up making it like... I don't know. The hotbar just looks shit, in my opinion. But it's fine. I also don't really have a hotbar selection icon. Yeah, which is why I just use this bullshit right here. And yeah. Other than that, like the icons, the hearts look okay, but they don't really have an outline, so they kind of fade into the background sometimes when you have a more reddish background. The armor bars, I don't know, for some reason I see a football in there, like a soccer ball. The hunger bars look nice, but it's maybe because I told them to make rice balls. Yeah. And the experience bar is also kind of shit. I had stretched this part out in the middle, as you can see right here. I also did it for the ChatGPT pack, but yeah. It's always kind of annoying to fit textures into a pack that have like different proportions and stuff like that. Which is also why the hotbar looks this shit. Yeah, anyways, let's have a look at the items. The blade looks really nice. I've also removed the white shit around there, which is why it looks so clean. Yeah, but other than that, the proportions are okay. Also, when you have items in your hotbar, it's a complete mess. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's not really a PvP sword, but for like a medieval fantasy themed resource pack, it would be okay. Next we have the axe. I like the shape and stuff. The shading is nice. Yeah, it's okay. It's decent. Next we have the shovel. Oh, I really like this bluish fade, like from the dark blue to this cyan blue. It's really nice. Also like the stick. Next we have the pickaxe. Yeah, I can't complain. Also like this, the color theme. The stick on the tools is a little different, so it doesn't really match everything. It's not so coherent and stuff, but it's fine. Yeah. Next, let's have a look at the other items. Boom, 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 boom. Did I miss anything? Oh, the mace. The mace. The mace is pretty much just my original mace. The mace I created for my last resource pack, just with a different stick and this bluish fog glow stuff. It's decent, but it's not really creative, and you didn't really change up the texture too much. So yeah, next I have the ender pearl. The ender pearl is decent. It's nothing special, but yeah, you can't go wrong with it, like this curly stuff and this highlight. It looks just like a normal ball. Next we have the buckets. I really like the buckets. They are really creative. Maybe I even consider like doing a similar pack like this with these kind of buckets, because I really like those buckets. Also like this fire stuff at the top. Usually you don't do that because it always looks shit because of this 3D thing that Minecraft does, but it just looks nice on this texture. Also when you place it, the empty bucket looks nice. Oops. The water bucket also looks really nice. Next we have the wind charge. It's just my wind charge. Yeah. Next we have the diamond. Did I reload my pack? Yeah, I removed this the outline of the diamond because I feel like it looks much better this way. It looks really nice. I love the diamond, as well as the golden apple. And finally, let's have a look at the bow. The bow, it's just like the ChatGPT resource pack. It kind of copied my my shape for the bow, but it just shaded it a little differently. But I'm kind of excited for the animation. ChatGPT really messed up with the animation. I'm not sure if Gemini did better, but let's just have a look. Oh. Doesn't look too bad. Like, the arrow, it actually moves backwards. It doesn't only stretch out. You can definitely tell that it's AI made. But it doesn't look too bad. It also kind of changes colors. I don't know if you can tell, like, at this part, and also the arrow looks kind of weird in one frame, like the very first animation frame. But other than that, it's kind of nice. Also the string isn't really straight. It misses some pixels in a few spots. But it's decent. It's definitely better than the ChatGPT one. Yeah. And finally, let's have a look at the armor. The armor. Yeah. It's better than the ChatGPT one. But I feel like if it's had a consistent style, you know, like with the chest plate, if this white thing around the chest plate, if it would be on every single armor piece, and if the shading also changed on every armor piece, it kind of looks similar to my original shading. Just with the white stuff around there, and it changed up a little bit, like for example this purplish shading at the bottom. It looks decent, but I wouldn't use it in a resource pack, because it has too many flaws, like around here for example, or around there. But other than that, it looks better than the ChatGPT one, and I rated the ChatGPT resource pack like a 4 out of 10. So I'd rate this pack like a little higher, I'd say. I mean, maybe not. I like the items more. For example, the buckets, or the pickaxe, the golden apple, the bow animation, the armor. But the hut is a little weird. I'd still rate it a little higher, like a 5 out of 10. Maybe even a 6, I don't know. My conclusion for AI resource packs is that you can maybe use them, you can use AI, for example, with stuff like diamonds, to give your diamond like a better effect, but you can't really create resource packs just by using AI. That's not really possible. You always have to give the AIs like a template and stuff like that. I feel like that's more annoying to do than just making the textures by yourself. So yeah, that's my conclusion. See you in the next video. Bye.